Hey, yo, Jedi.
What's good? Bye, Papa. Hey, bye, Papa.
Hello there, my name is Kim Kardashian and you're watching Spin Cycle. Wanji-san is such a genius. Please like, subscribe, share, comment.
Yeah, so everyone that knows Muźeya knows the boy is very passionate about the beautiful game.
And he knows his stuff.
Everyone, and he knows his stuff, yeah. He does have data. So right now what we're going to do is, I'm going to ask Muźeya about some of my favorite players. Okay, not even favorite as in such. Whatever player comes to mind, I'll ask Muźeya, and then we'll ask Muźeya, even Wanji will ask Muźeya. Then he'll give us an honest assessment.
Pandine cherapa where dropa no flow paikona kushankala muikago na wazigonga the flow so hot ni donya hip hop nine ni bauman na boma just.
Okay, so how we're going to run this is technically we're going to throw a name of a football player at Muźeya, that football star rating out of 10, and then give us a few sentences as to why he's given that rating. So the first one is?
I'd like to know about Leno.
I think 8 out of 10. I think Leno is the top 3 goalkeeper in the league, and most people don't get to see him because people have this notion that Arsenal isn't a good team. But if you look at the stats, and he passes both the stats test and the eye test, you see how much he bails Arsenal out. So 8 out of 10. I think he's a top 3 goalkeeper in the league.
Hurricane?
At some point, Hurricane was looking like he'd be world class, but right now I think I'd give him 6 out of 10. There's nothing more to his. Yeah,
he got 4 assists in the other game.
Okay, this is my opinion in it. I think there's nothing more to him than him in front of goal. When if he gets assists, these are just against mediocre teams, so 6 out of 10. It's not okay. Personally, I don't like number 9s. I don't think number 9s are needed in football. So yeah, 6 out of 10. I have him in my fantasy team though. So yeah.
This guy, Calvert-Lewin.
You know the thing with Calvert-Lewin is that everyone could see that there's a good player in him, but then his finishing is what usually let him down. But then now he's got what, 6 goals in I don't know how many games.
Yeah, but he's a striker, bro.
Yeah, that's what used to let him down. But then it looks like he's worked on it now, and yeah, he seems to be delivering. He scored on his debut for England. He's been doing the bits for Everton. So I think 7 out of 10. I wouldn't give him anything more, but I rate him higher than Harry.
Do you think he's just going to have a good season, then next season back to normal? Like
no, I think Danny Ings has always been a good player, and that's why Klopp actually went for him, because everyone could see that this guy is a good player. So yeah, I think Danny Ings 7.5 out of 10. I think he's a really good player. Even when you do watch him, despite him being a mediocre team, you can see the technical ability, the way he thinks more than Harry Kane. He's got more to his game than most number 9, so yeah, 7.5 out of 10.
William.
Right wing.
Your new number 12.
William is a bum,
Best
guys.
Brazilian.
William is a bum.
He got 3 assists on his debut though.
Yeah, but stats don't tell the full story, guys. That's why I say football isn't played on Excel sheets. I think William 5 out of 10 at best. And he does have good games. That's the thing with William. He'll come to the fold sometimes. Look at how he played in both legs against Barca. He outshone Hazard. But then, end of the day, he's a bum. One of the biggest bums in football. 5 out of 10.
And let's not forget, he's benching your favorite player right now. Pepe is just sitting, warming his.
No. But
speaking of Pepe, how about Pepe? How would you rate Pepe?
Honestly, not with bias, not shy.
Honestly, I think Pepe is an 8 out of 10 player. I think he does. I think he falls short when it comes to inconsistency. But then you can see there's a player. It reminds me of Dembele. You watch Dembele play when he's on form and everything. You can see that this guy is a world beater. But then injuries, inconsistencies. So you're inclined to take a few points off his rating. But I think he's an 8 out of 10, and I don't think we've seen the best of him yet. You saw his last game; he played really well. That's Pepe. And if Arteta does. Well, you're not going to set the world on fire if you get 15-minute cameos every game and you're putting when the pressure is on. And the type of player, this is the type of player who, he's a wide playmaker, right? So you attract 4-5 defenders to you, and if the system isn't favoring you, Arsenal's system is switching the ball to Aubameyang. Everyone has seen that. So how exactly do you expect? How do you expect Pepe to really come to the fore like that? But in the last game when we switched to a 4-2-3-1, you could see the interplay, the lovely goal. You know what I'm saying? That's my boy. That's my dog.
The team plays well. They feel nice.
We always play well. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, last two players, bro. I would like to know what you think about Mason Greenwood and.
I think Mason Greenwood he's just short of generational, but that's a brilliant talent, and I think he's got Ballon d'Or. He's the only player at United with Ballon d'Or potential. None of that Martial Ballon d'Or. Rashford is, in my opinion, the second most talented player at United. But I just don't think he's got the suave. I don't know. He's just not going to make it as a Ballon d'Or winner the same way I think Greenwood can do it. Greenwood can left, right, everything. That boy is brilliant. He's really talented. And if he was being managed by a proper coach, I think he would set the world on fire.
And Bruno Fernandes.
Mr. Penalties.
I'm yet to be convinced by Bruno Fernandes. You see, the thing with Bruno Fernandes is that you watch him in a game, the number of times he loses the ball, the number of misplaced passes, people overlook these things when he scores a penalty or when he gives Martial, when he pumps the ball forward for Martial to run. Guys, that's something even John Joshua can do. I'm yet to watch a game where Bruno Fernandes has taken by a scruff of the neck. Say maybe the Tottenham game, when it was even, right? If Bruno Fernandes wasn't outplayed, if he wasn't dispossessed, the entire 90 minutes, he was dispossessed the most, and he only played 45 minutes.
You can laugh. You can laugh. Even if you don't laugh, you can laugh.
So what I'm trying to say is that he hasn't really convinced me. He hasn't had the performance where I would say, okay, Bruno Fernandes has done this. Like, wow, he's outplayed Ndombele, he's outplayed KDB. Till he has a performance like that, I'm not going to give him an 8 because he stat pads against Brighton or he scores penalties against City. Nah, bro. For you to be rated as a midfielder in this league, you need to do a lot more than that.
I also do agree with those sentiments. I think goal scoring wise, you can't argue with someone who takes penalties.
Exactly.
Like Mr. Ronaldo. But then again,
Mr. Penalties. He's five-time Ballon d'Or winner. He's asking that, is he Mr. Penalties, yes or no?
Penalties are part of the game, my G.
Yes or no?
Penalties are not.
I think he said
penalties are not good.
He knows. But yeah, as an attacking midfielder, as a number 10, throw and especially because unlike Pogba, he's not having to deal with those situations of being played out of position.
Exactly.
He's been put exactly where he wants to be. So when you take away his stats without penalties, it's very few assists, a goal here and there, but like he hasn't blown everyone away the way, you know how Man U fans were crying for that transfer. It seemed dead. You know, people were saying, yes, now we win everything.
Yeah, pointing at me and Man U fans. Me and Man U fans.
So yeah, I think I agree.
Wanji, do you have a couple of players you want to ask about?
Who can I think of? I think this Eric Garcia kid that Barca want to sign.
I don't think Eric. You know, the funny thing is that I watched Eric Garcia against Arsenal. Yeah, it was the game where we were battered. No, not the FA Cup. The first game after post Corona. That was the game we lost 3-0. Eric Garcia was battered by Nketiah. There was one instance where Nketiah got in behind him. He's through on goal. Eric Garcia wrestles him to the ground. He should have been sent off. From that day, I put him on like a low-key fraud watch. And to be honest, for a Barca type of player, he'll be your pick. A guy who doesn't have a lot of pace but is good with the ball. But then
he's also liable to commit
exactly. He's going to commit a lot of. He's going to be beaten. I don't think he's worth. He's not the type of signing where Barca should be saying we should go all out for him. He's the only defender one. I don't think he's that good. I'll give him a 6 out of 10.
Spanish privilege.
Yeah, Spanish
only
privilege.
Because he's Spanish. Otherwise,
exactly. There are plenty of Barca would be looking at players like Upamecano. You've got Konate. You've got a lot. Just go and look for a player, a defender with a French passport. Then
because right now Barca are in shambles already, so we don't have the time. Even if we sign him,
exactly,
start developing him. Like things are, but the house is on fire already. You don't just stay with kids and say this and that and that.
So guys, we're here to warn kids about drugs. Manasseh, do you feel the same way?
Okay, why did Jose retire?
Yeah?
Why did Jose retire?
Being tired at your place.
He doesn't jump, boy. He doesn't jump.
No, but guys, that means you're tired. Yeah, we can talk about
There's
it.
the same
Anyways.
number of games as Beckham. yes,
I can only, if you want me to talk about that's something I'm very passionate about. So with the Arsenal jersey, all I'm trying to say
Not
is
for
that
deceiving our viewers.
Yo,
man.
we're not going to deceive our viewers.
platform.
Alright guys, the reason Ozil isn't playing is because the Arsenal management fact I'm not supposed to kiss, I'm sorry guys. The Arsenal management they ruined everything. You offer somebody a mega contract, right? Because he's playing well at the time. You offer him 350k a week. And that's
a span of money. Man.
It's not like you didn't deserve it. For you to receive such a contract, you're not going to receive such a contract if you're playing like
But at
Lingard.
the time, didn't he get that contract extension when he was threatening to leave the club?
He was
Back
not,
when he
at
was
no
in his
point
prime.
did he threaten to leave the club. He was in his last year of his contract, and you know how it is when you're in your last year of your contract. When you've got 6 months left on your contract, you're allowed to sign another deal with another club. That's what happened with Sonny. So it's according to FIFA. So the Arsenal hierarchy didn't want that to happen with Ozil. They didn't want him to end up signing another deal with another club or moving to another club for free. And then the way they looked at it with Wenger and them was that if you're going to sign a world class number 10, because no matter how much you dread it, run from it, Ozil was world class at the time. I personally still think he's world class, but I'm not going to talk about that. So Ozil was world class at the time, and if you're going to sign another world class number 10, you're looking at spending over 80 million at that time when the market was inflated. So the way they looked at it is that we offer this guy a contract which will be worth maybe 20 million if he runs down the contract, right? So which means you save yourself over 60 million, right? And then you've got a player who's already integrated in the league, the team. So it's a win-win situation. At the time, it was a win-win situation. Then Wenger retired, then Wenger goes, and then that terrorist Unai Emery comes. Jesus Christ.
He's elite.
There's no way you can bottle a 4-new first league and then you can say I had one lie. Honestly, if Unai Emery could read English, I would write in a very strong-worded letter. Just that he knows how I feel. Just a fraction of how I feel. Anyway, so Unai Emery walks into the club with a philosophy of pressing football. Which, guys, I'm an Arsenal fan. Over 1 year, like the period when I was at Arsenal, I think I only missed like 2 or 3 games, and that was by choice because I was tired of the football. Everything else, I watched every game, guys. I had exams, but then I was watching the football. Like, you know, you've got an exam the following day, it's a Sunday. The mere fact that we're in the Europa meant that we're playing on Sundays as well. But then I would be there watching, guys. Watching every game.
Europa.
No game did we ever press. We did not press. So you're wondering, he's like, his excuse for leaving Ozil out of the team is that Ozil doesn't press. This notion of Ozil being lazy.
But okay, then how do we explain his absence under this new coach?
Yeah, let me continue in it. So there's build up, right? Arteta's first couple of games, first months in charge, Ozil was pivoted to his system. Ozil was playing almost every game, and then COVID comes. This was March. COVID arrives, right? The Arsenal players are asked to take pay cuts, and you'd be expecting your highest paid player to take.
You sit back.
I'm liking the view, bro.
You'd be expecting your highest paid player to take a pay cut, so that it eases on the club, like the financial burden on the club. But then Ozil and his agent refused. They're like, we're not going to take pay cuts. This isn't our fault. A better solution is
That's selfish.
after a year, you guys can cut from like our final contracts. You get what I'm trying to say, yeah? Instead of you guys getting money from us every week, pay cuts, you can get like at the end, because you don't know when this corona thing is going to end.
So wait,
You get.
Ozil refused to take a pay cut, but he was donating money so that they can keep a mascot.
Imagine, eh?
Isn't it the same amount of money?
That
No,
was
it's not
You know,
the same
first
amount
of all, I read somewhere that mascot was earning 82k per month.
No, that is cap, guys. Okay, we don't know how much.
80,000
Guys, that's pay. That's a lot.
That's more money than Zambians make between life and death.
Zambians aren't mascots. They should also go and try to be mascots. Anyway, first of all, those are undisclosed reports, so we wouldn't be able to. Speculation is a poor form of investment. Anyway, guys, I just wanted to say a massive thank you to the guys on Spin Cycle for having me over. I don't know if you can notice right now the trim isn't in order. The things aren't in order. Yeah, why celeb? You know, you guys should check out our podcast, Totally Clueless Podcast.
It's really funny.
Yeah,
It's really
the guys are they're as hilarious as these two. So hit the like button, subscribe, comment. What do you
Hit the
YouTube people
bell.
say? Yeah, the bell. You know, you won't miss anything. with a bill, there's no upload time. You uploaded at 02 when you were sleeping, when you didn't have bundles. Guys, take a bill, you always get notified. Ting Wanji has uploaded, Manasseh has uploaded. You know, guys, Spin Cycle, come on, yeah. So hit the like button, subscribe, comment, anything you've got to say. You can criticize Manasseh's hair in the comments. Tell him he looks like white celeb. You can
Manasseh with the good
compliment
hair.
my Arsenal jersey, anything, guys. So we'll be looking forward to hearing from you guys. So